Greetings, one, greetings, all. So, the title of this video is Yes, I Bought a Turd. And I suppose I should explain that. So, here goes. A couple videos back, I said I had some big news, and I would get at that big news when the time was right. Well, I guess now the time is right. I got a divorce. I guess in the interest of full disclosure, I should probably come clean. Um, I did some things I shouldn't have done, put it that way. And I got caught. And so now I'm divorced. I've been with her for 30 years. Been married for, I don't know the dates. I'm never good at that stuff. But anyway, there's more to the story than just that. I had a long-term goal ever since I was 10 years old to live up north. I'm listening at something here. I'll explain in a minute. To move up north to northern Wisconsin, get a small log cabin on a lake, and be blissfully happy for the rest of my days. The company I currently work for as an appliance repair tech has a location up in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, which is northern Wisconsin. And they currently do not have, I'm an appliance service tech. I fix appliances. They don't have a tech working out of that location. There was talk last year of getting a tech up in that area. Since it's already my service territory, I have dibs on that area. They were going to run me out of the Rhinelander store. They changed their mind because they developed some problem with being able to, the logistics of getting me parts to service appliances on a timely basis. So that kind of got put on the shelf. Well, that's my ultimate goal, is to get up there. So back to the marriage situation. I've been discussing this for years with the ex-wife, and she flat out refuses to move up there. Now, I'm not saying this to make her a villain. She's entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to her desires in life, just as I am entitled to mine. For many years, our lives have kind of grown apart. I'm off doing my own thing. Some of it was bad. Fishing, hunting, other stuff like that. And she's off doing her thing. Billiards, whatever. Casinos, things like that. So we're basically roommates. As a result, there's that. And then the fact that I got caught doing some things I shouldn't be doing. And I want to move up north. So we just decided at that point when I got caught that, okay, let's end this. Let's get a divorce. I'll be free. I can do whatever I want. She'll be free. She can do whatever she wants. She can chase her dreams. I can chase my dreams. Let's do it. So we got divorced. Easiest divorce in the world because we're not mad at each other. We're still best of friends. So we paid $1,500 to a mediator to figure out all the paperwork and get all the T's crossed and the I's dotted so the judge would be happy. We walked through the house and pointed at things and said, you get that, I get this. Do you want that? I'll take it. You don't want it? We figured it all out. No, neither one of us is going after the other financially for 401ks or for reparations or anything like that. It's a beautiful thing. It all took place in about a month. The divorce took place on the phone, thanks to COVID. So it was the smoothest experience for a bad experience that a person could have. So anyway, I'm still living at home because she's such a nice person She didn't, and this isn't a mean, we're at each other's throats kind of thing. She didn't kick me out. So she's still allowing me to stay at the house. My paycheck is still going into the joint account to pay for half the mortgage, to pay for the bills, etc. So I'm basically renting the house to stay there um, for pretty much as long as I need, as long as I show an effort to be moving out. So there's the first part of the pressure. I got to get out of the house. I can't just sit there. Being in the house limits my freedoms. Um, I have a girlfriend, and or I did have a girlfriend. We're going through a rough patch right now, so I don't know if I still have a girlfriend. But at the time, I had a girlfriend, and there was pressure from there. You got to get your own place, Ken. I, you know, you got to have your own place. You got to start seizing your independence, etc., etc. Lots of pressure there. So I started looking. Most people would say, well, just rent an apartment. Easy peasy. It's not that easy. Over 30 years, I've accumulated a lot of stuff. And some of the stuff is nice, like my Jeep. The apartments in my area that I can afford, $300-400 a month, are in bad neighborhoods. I can't have my nice stuff sitting in the driveway in a bad neighborhood. Stand by. I gotta get rid of this smoke. There's a toilet right next to me. So, and it doesn't fit into my plan. I can't justify pouring money into something for 4 to 5 years, because that's my plan. 4 or 5, maybe 6, and then eventually getting up north, moving up north. I can't justify pouring money into that, just like throwing it into the air just so I have a place to live, and then risking having some problems from being in a not so desirable neighborhood because I can afford the rent. So that leaves me the option of buying. So I'm not buying a house because I can't afford the house payment on my own, number one. Number two, I'll never have it paid off in the 5-6 years, which is my goal. And number three, it's just not a good idea. So the next option is to buy a trailer home. And that's what I did. Now, there's several trailer homes in the area, and one of them is really nice, and the rest are not so much. I wanted to go into the really nice trailer park because I have nice stuff and it's better clientele, and even though you're not supposed to say there's class and social warfare and discrimination, well, there is. We all know this. It's common sense. So I was looking in these nicer trailer home parks, and the units that they had for sale were way out of my price range. They were wanting $50,000 for a nice new trailer park or trailer home. Their used ones were even kind of high, 18 to 20 grand, somewhere in there. After going to the bank and talking to the bank, I discovered my credit rating's not good enough due to joint debts that we've concurred together as a married couple for 30 years. It's not good enough to get a loan that big. So I had to look at other options, and I ended up buying a trailer house in an older park for $5 grand. $1974 Slipper Stream or some whatever it is. And yes, it's a turd. Fortunately, I love doing home remodeling projects. That's one of my passions and hobbies, is doing that. I'm pretty good at it because I can pretty much do everything from plumbing to electrical to carpentry to whatever. So to me, It was a no-brainer. The park has the lowest monthly lot rent of all the parks around. The bank was able to give me a loan for the $5,000. Well, actually, it was $10,000 because they rolled a couple of my loans into the loan to reconsolidate. They were able to give me a $10,000 loan, unsecured, no money down, no collateral, and the lot rent. I said it's 200 something a month. The payment for the loan is 100 something a month. My utilities are about 45. By the time it's all said and done, I'm still under $700 a month for costs. And the cheapest apartment I could find in a decent neighborhood started around $700 a month, plus utilities and whatnot. So it's a no-brainer. Now, that being said, this thing is a wreck. I'm currently sitting in the bathroom. That's the room I decided to start on first because it was bad. It hasn't been touched since 1974. Any repairs that have been made in here have been just cobble hack jobs just to make it work. My ex-girlfriend came over and looked at it, and she's classy, and she's got high tastes. She took one look at this and she said, "That's a frickin' rat hole money pit." So I bought it. Not to spite her, I just bought it because it's what I can afford. And in my head, you've seen all my projects, or most of them anyway. You saw the Klondiker, and you see the Argo that I'm working on. Sometime I can give you a tour of the bass boat that I restored from junk, etc. So in my head, I have a vision of how this rat hole is going to look when it's done. And since I have a proclivity to do things right and not just cobble stuff, it'll be done right. Now, hopefully, that will increase the resale value of this when it comes time for me to sell. I'm pretty sure it will. People look at, when it comes to trailers, they look at the year, right? 1962 Airstream turd hearse. Oh no, I'm not paying more than $300 for that. But if you walk in, if you look at the place on the outside and it looks really cool, and you come inside and everything looks awesome, I think sellers are more swayed and can appreciate the amount of level of work that went into something to make it nice and done right, and they will pay more. That's just what I think in my head. And when it comes time to sell, I do have the option to say, if I get some tire kicker coming in, low baller, it's a 1974, I'm not going to pay it, then hit the streets. Somebody will come along and look at it and go, oh, wow, yeah, here you go. So that's my hope anyway. And so I'm going to put some money into this. The ex-girlfriend, if we get back together again, I'm pretty sure in her head she flat out refused to come down here and spend any amount of time at this place with me just because of how it is. So a big driving factor. I mean, granted, I like to be in a nice environment too, so that's a big part of it for me, but a big driving factor on this mission is to make it nice for my girl. That's what drives me. So that being said, the bathroom was the worst room in this turd. That's what we're going to call it now. It's a turd. So I'm gutting the bathroom down to the studs. Yep. Right down to the studs. And as I do this, I am just flabbergasted how bad this is. Now, anybody else would come in here and look at this and go, "Oh my God, that's you might as well just set it on fire." No, this is a challenge. I'm so jacked right now, it's not even funny. This kind of stuff does not daunt me. I look at it as a challenge. I'm like, okay, I'm going to kick this thing's ass. And some people like that about me, and other people don't. So the girlfriend, who I'm going to refer to her now from now on, even if she doesn't come back to me, she just flat out, it's a money pit. It's a money. You're going to stick huge amounts of money into that. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. Number one, I'm frugal when it comes to buying building materials and repurposing stuff. Like take the sink, for example, that's sitting right to my right here, and I'll show you in a little bit. Standard 60-inch wide vanity top. It's plastic. Okay? It has 2 sinks. Why? What the heck? I found one on Facebook Marketplace for free. Marble top, 1 sink, with the faucet and all the hardware. Free. Bam. Saved myself hundreds of dollars right there. Plus, I know how to install it, so I'll save myself more. The cabinets. All the cabinets are made out of particle board, or they're home built by somebody at some time with just hack jobs. Now, I remodeled my whole bathroom at the wife's house, and I built all my cabinets from scratch myself, custom fitting them to a radically out of level room. And it turned out beautiful. So, cabinets, no problem. I'm going to have a good time building cabinets. I love it. Trailer homes are all paneling. And yes, the walls in here are all paneling. It's gone. I'm not going to drywall because drywall is nothing but a mess. And you really need to know what you're doing if you're going to drywall because of all the taping of the joints and the mudding and all that other sanding and all that other crap. So yeah, it's going to get paneling again. But the paneling that's in here, some of it's waterlogged, it's old, it's outdated, it's nasty looking stuff. So yeah, new paneling. The tub, that's the worst in here. I just got done ripping it out of here. I couldn't get it out in the first place. This tub is a disaster. This shower stall area is an absolute disaster. Since 1974, it's never been removed. Nothing's ever been done to it. Moisture and water has gotten down behind it and under it, rotted the floor, buckled the floor. The drain system that is in here actually runs uphill, so the tub will not drain. One of the first things I did when I got the title for the trailer, because they're titled like a car, is I came in here and I ran water in the drains because the water in the P-traps had evaporated out. This is a P-trap. Okay? All the water had evaporated out. That's what keeps the sewer gas out. Yeah, so there was sewer gas in here. The tub would not drain water at all. Will not drain. I'm like, why? I look down into the drain and there's nothing in there. I ripped the tub out and now I know why. The drain literally runs uphill. I'm sitting here looking at it. Well, I'll show you. Can you see it? This section right here, running uphill. Drain will never drain. So now I got to reconfigure that whole drain system so that it'll work. Challenge. Most people go, oh no. Me? Challenge. Look at this wall. Look at the floor. How the floor is all rotted and soft. I am so thankful that the ex-wife is letting me stay at the house, because that's the only way that I would be able to do something like this. Now, granted, I can't stretch this out into a 3-year project. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the rooms that are a necessity, i.e., the bathroom and the kitchen, done so that I can move in. And then the other rooms, the bedrooms and the living room, I can work on while I'm in here, living and moved in. So I'm not going to put pressure on her, by dragging this out. And she likes me at home, okay? Don't get me wrong. She's not like, get out, get out, get out. No. She likes the fact that I can fix stuff. I can help her with projects, show her how to do things to maintain the house herself. So she actually does not want me to move out anytime soon. On my honeydew list, when this cold snap is done, I got to get up on the roof and shovel the snow off the roof at her place. So yeah, she wants me there for as long as I can be there. And we made an agreement. Like I said, we're best of friends. I told her, I said, based on what I did to her that was wrong, I owe her for the rest of my life. So I said, I will, if you need me for a big project, I'm not going to come running over to kill a spider, but if you need me for a big project like shoveling the roof or a repair on the house or something like that, I will be there for you until the day I die. And she told me she would do the same. So it's all good. So she's not in a hurry to get me out of the house, but I am. So I'm not gonna drag my feet on this. But oh my God, I ripped the tub out of here 30 minutes ago, and that's a fucking nightmare. Ooh, excuse my French. Absolute nightmare. So, I guess I can give you a little tour, because that way you'll see the progress as it is made. So we might as well start with the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the door here. Here it is. This is after I gutted it to the level it's at now. You see how the floor is all pieced and patched? Just patchwork. Like here. That's a direct link to down below the trailer. So when I'm going to put a new subfloor in here, and when I do that, it'll be done nice and neat and right, and all these joints will be caulked, so they're sealed, so I don't get intrusion from mice. All a mouse needs is a 1/4-inch opening to get in here. And as I started tearing into stuff and moving stuff around, the mouse droppings in here were atrocious. Not only that, but mice had died somewhere in the place, so the place stinks like dead mice. So I got to ionize the place to get that smell out of there. But anyway, this will be done properly, not a hack job. Paneling's off the wall. New electrical boxes and receptacles. Here's the toilet. You can see that's had some leakage issues. When? I don't know. I'm getting a new toilet, because I like the toilets that are elongated, not these round ones. And this toilet functions fine. So in the interest of saving money, I shouldn't replace it, but I just like an elongated toilet better than this. And I want to take the toilet off. I have to when I do the floor. And I want to see the cobble job, that the wax ring and everything is how it's mounted and why that possibly has leaked. Here's the cabinets and the sink. Straight out of 1974. Gone. We're getting rid of the double sinks. I'm going to modify the plumbing here so that it'll facilitate a one basin sink. Electrical is questionable, so that'll be redone. Of course, the lighting is antiquated. That'll be redone. There's the ceiling. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do on these ceiling tiles. I'm curious as heck to drop those down and find out what's up there. I want to find out if there's insulation immediately above that, or if how this ceiling is constructed. Because I would like to modify and improve the insulation capabilities of this unit if I can. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, here's where the tub was, and just look at this. I mean, I got standing water in that drain, all because this pitches uphill, and this floor is all punky and rotted. So I got to cut and rip all that out of there, put new subfloor down. You can see how water's leaked behind here and softened up this. You can see how this paneling has been affected by the water, and there's rot and mold down there. This back wall. So all of this is coming out of here right to the studs. The plumbing is all just all needs to be done right. And people are thinking, including the girlfriend, oh, money pit, you're going to stick thousands of dollars. No. It ain't going to cost me a lot. So I'm going to do it. So yeah, I guess that's the main project. Here's the hallway going into the kitchen. The hallway going into the back bedroom. Here's the cobbled up laundry area, which is going to get redone. Here's that back bedroom. Newer carpeting, but I'm going to hardwood floors. It has a 100 amp electrical panel, but that's kind of cobbled as well, just like everything in here. It's cold in here, so I'm dealing with the old trailer windows, so those will get replaced. I'm gonna probably rip the paneling out of here and redo that, and then I will have an opportunity to see what kind of insulation I'm dealing with in these walls. My understanding, insulation has changed over the years as far as the R value. That being said, the newer insulation, I think, has a higher R value with a lesser density and a lesser thickness. So a substance like rock wool, for example, might be a better choice. And just gradually re-insulate this whole thing as I go along. Here's the furnace. You can tell by this logo, original furnace. The goal is to save up money and replace that with a new energy efficient furnace. I did some temperature readings in this joint when I got it. And the temperature that I have coming out of the registers is about 80 degrees. So I took temperature readings at the wife's house. It was around 110. So I'm losing a lot of heat due to this furnace. Whether it just doesn't put out that much heat, it's its BTU rating is small. I haven't found the rating tag on it yet, or the ductwork underneath is just not insulated well enough to allow it to heat. The way the heat works, register right here, 2 registers right here. Everything in this trailer is in a line. Register there. Register in the bathroom. Just had a big chunk of ice come off my roof. Wow. Oh, I hope that didn't hit the gas line. I better deal with that. That's gonna sever that gas line right now. Oh boy. Hoo-wee. I better get on that. And then a register here. So it's all in a direct line straight down the trailer. There's no curves or bends or anything like that. So maybe I can get under there in the spring and see what it's looking like. So anyway, here's the kitchen. all those cabinets, homemade, hack job, with scrap lumber, looks like. Look at this, drywall. Cabinets are just slapped together. Looks good from a distance. Yeah, not up to my standards. So I'm gonna do something about that. The living room. Now somebody tried to drywall this. All right, do-it-yourselfer tried to drywall it. Can you see it? There used to be a window there. Can you see it? There used to be a window right there, and a window right there. They pulled the windows out, which I don't mind, because I don't like all full of windows. But they did a piss poor job. They just drywalled over the frame. So if you look down the wall, it's all humped out. So all the drywall's coming out of here. Those window issues are going to be fixed, and I'm going to put up some really cool paneling. Now, paneling has come a long way, baby. The styles and designs of paneling are totally different now. And so yeah, you can get some really cabiny. My goal is to make this look like a log cabin, like a cozy up north cabin. And you can get paneling now that really looks cool. Weathered timbers, it really looks cool. So kitchen's gonna get a complete makeover. New sink, backsplash. This cabinet, I like this. I like this whole thing. Look at the cupboard space. Look how much cupboard space I got in this joint. Okay. Electric stove, getting switched out to a gas. I'm putting a really nice commercial exhaust hood that vents outside because I'm a smoker. And the girlfriend, when she comes over and hangs out, doesn't like smoke. And I can run that and it will evacuate the smoke from the place. There's going to be a really cool wood fireplace in this corner. Right where that heater is? Yeah, I have it. I've been sitting on it for 15 years. Back when I worked at a fireplace store, a guy was putting a different fireplace in, and he was going to scrap it. I said, I'll take it. And I still have it, and that's where it's going. Anyway, so yeah, that's a brief overview. I'm panicking now. I got to get a sawhorse outside and cover up that gas line, or that big chunk of ice is going to sever my gas line. So here's the hot water here. It needs a whole new redo in that room. So since I'm redoing everything, I'm going to do that. Anyway, I got to go. I got to put a sawhorse over that so I don't have a problem here. I'll check back in with you later and give you updates. Catch you on the flip side.